Hi there folks, I'm the head librarian, and on today's episode we're going to learn a little bit about something called the Beverly Cleary Children's Choice Award. This fantastic award is something that is given out right here in the state of Oregon. The reason for that is that Beverly Cleary, whom the award is named for, was born right here in Oregon. She grew up here, and we're going to learn a little bit more about her life in just a moment. We're also going to learn who won this year's Beverly Cleary Children's Choice Award from our good friend and sidekick, Starya Starcorn. Today's special guest is Horton. He's most famous for his work in Dr. Seuss's classic picture books, Horton Hatches the Egg and Horton Hears a Who. You might have also had a chance to catch him in the less well-known picture book, Horton and the Quagga Bug. Horton, welcome to the show.
It's great to be here. I'd also like to remind your viewers of my passion project, raising awareness of elephant graveyards.
Of course. I'm Mr. Moll, and you're watching Library Matters. I know you're probably all very excited to get to learn more about the theme of today's episode, the Beverly Cleary Children's Choice Award. But before we start the show, there is something that I just have to get off my chest. Trivia!
It's so good to see you again after such a long time, Horton. How have you been?
Great, Starya. I just got back from visiting my son, Morton.
That's your son with Maisie Lazy Bird, correct?
That's right.
How is he?
He's just about to graduate kindergarten. He's so excited.
I know a lot of our viewers know what that feels like. Could we get some applause from those of you in the audience who are about to graduate kindergarten? Say, do we have a picture? Mel, can we cut to a picture of Morton?
Aww.
So, Horton, what are you reading these days?
Well, I have been reading Fenway and the Bone Thieves by Victoria J. Coe.
Oh, Wasn't that nominated for a Beverly Cleary Children's Choice Award? Mel, do we have a snippet?
Everyone knows that dogs are better than squirrels. Dogs make humans happy. Dogs live in houses. Dogs ride in cars. Squirrels do none of these things. Squirrels go where they don't belong. Squirrels take things that aren't theirs. Squirrels are sneaky. It's a good thing humans have dogs to keep them safe from squirrels. Right now, I'm in the car with my family. Food Lady, Fetch Man, and Hattie. And no squirrels. I snuggle against Hattie in the back seat. She is the best short human ever. She pats my head. Good boy, Fenway, she coos. That's human for, you're doing a great job. What can I say? I'm a professional. I can hardly wait to find out where we're going. The car pauses at the end of our street. I poke my head out the window. A sneaky squirrel is there on the sidewalk, glaring up at me. Look at me, rodent! I bark at him. I'm riding in a car.
It's a great book, Starya. Say, can we talk about my passion project, elephant graveyards?
Really, Horton? Well, that's all the time we have for this casual chat in the Clear Creek Middle School Library.
Oregonian. Farmer's daughter. Only child. Children's librarian. Author. Newbery Medal winner. Centenarian. Beverly Cleary. Beverly Cleary was born in McMinnville, Oregon, in 1916. Her parents were Mabel Outley Bunn, a school teacher, and Chester Lloyd Bunn, a farmer. Together, the three of them lived on a farm in Yamhill, Oregon, until she was 6 years old. When her father took a job as a bank security officer, her family moved to Portland, Oregon. Moving to the city was hard for Beverly, and in school, she was placed in a group of struggling readers. This was important to her future because the books that she was expected to learn to read with were quite boring, as is often the case for children who are considered struggling readers. Despite learning to read, Beverly did not find reading interesting or enjoyable. Then, in the 3rd grade, Beverly picked up a copy of The Dutch Twins, a story of ordinary children having adventures, and she was hooked. She had realized that the books chosen by her teacher had misled her into thinking that she didn't enjoy books. When she chose books for herself, she was able to discover that reading was a delight. She began spending many days at the library choosing books and loving them. By the 6th grade, she was reading and writing so well that her teacher suggested she should grow up to be an author. The years went by, and she graduated from Grant High School in Portland. She went off to college at Chaffey Junior College in Ontario, California, and later transferred to the University of California, Berkeley. Her goal was to become a librarian, and she graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in 1938. Afterwards, she went to the University of Washington, where she earned a second bachelor's degree in library science. During school, she met her future husband, Clarence Cleary, and the two eloped in 1940. Beverly worked as a children's librarian throughout the 1940s and was frequently saddened by how difficult it was for her young patrons to find books they liked. She believed that it was the mission of librarians to encourage children to read and to help them find books that they would love. She took what she had learned as a librarian and put it to use when she began writing her own books. Her first book, Henry Huggins, which was published in 1950, told the story of a young Portland boy who lived in her old neighborhood in Portland and had normal boyhood adventures with his dog, Ribsy, and some of the neighborhood children. This story turned into a whole series of stories featuring Portland children, including Beezus and her younger sister, Ramona Quimby. These books told the stories of ordinary children leading ordinary lives, but with humor and charm. Young readers connected with the lives of children who faced many of the same challenges that they themselves faced, including being consistently misunderstood by the adults in their lives. Throughout the years, some of her books won the Newbery Honor, and then in 1984, her book, Dear Mr. Henshaw, won the Newbery Medal for its story of a young boy dealing with his life as the son of separated parents. Beverly Cleary's books have touched generations of children since her first published work in 1950. This has led to numerous schools and libraries naming things after her. The city of Portland even put statues of some of her most famous characters in Grant Park. Beverly Cleary died in 2021, just a few weeks shy of her 105th birthday. Her legacy lives on.
I know you're all as excited as I am to discuss this year's Beverly Cleary Children's Choice Awards.
What a nail-biter, Starya. Of course, we all have our favorites, but the committee makes the decision the committee makes.
And who was on this year's committee, Harry?
This year's committee was made up of 1,639 kindergarten through middle school students from all over Oregon.
That's an awfully large committee. It is, Pete the Cat, but it's important to allow so many people to participate because the award is a Children's Choice Award.
What does that mean, Starya?
What it means, Rue, is that every single child who lives in the state of Oregon gets to help decide who wins the award. Every year, there is a short list of 5 to 10 books chosen by a small group of teachers and librarians. These books are then voted on by any youth in the state that want to help pick which of those books wins.
Wow! I may just be visiting from out of state, but even I find that exciting. Maybe I should move to Oregon so I can become a voter.
Maybe. In the meantime, for those of you who are Oregon students this year, here's the books that have been nominated for next year's award. Remember, you'll have to read at least 2 of them to be eligible to vote, and you have until next April to read as many of them as you can.
Say, Horton, I understand you have a passion project that you want to help gain awareness for.
This is my roundtable, Rue, and I'll ask the questions. And now, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The winner of this year's Beverly Cleary Children's Choice Award is...
Wow, what a cool book to win such a fun award. Horton, what did you think of this year's award winner?
Looks fantastic, Mr. Moll. I can't wait to share it with all the Who's down in Whoville. And now, I'd love to talk about elephant graveyards, since, as you know, raising awareness of them is my passion project.
Horton, I'm going to level with you, since you obviously can't take a hint. Elephant graveyards are a bummer, and this show is supposed to have an upbeat vibe. So instead, I'm going to tell a joke. This joke was submitted by Wes A. from Kelly Creek Elementary. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Spell.
Spell who?
W-H-O. If you'd like to submit a joke to The Joke's on You, give your joke to your school librarian so she can pass it on to my producer. Who knows? Maybe the next joke will be on you. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'd like to thank my guest Horton, and remember to thank your librarian today and every day.